This morning, the National Hurricane Center is reporting that Hurricane Irma remains a dangerous and life-threatening Category 5 storm, and the track now has it forecasted to directly impact the Florida Keys on Sunday as a devastating major hurricane.
But the sheer mass of the storm meant no Florida city was safe. Police in Orlando had to quickly evacuate some neighborhoods, and life-threatening flooding continues in Jacksonville. A disaster declaration covers the entire state of Florida.
Hundreds fleeing from their Tampa Bay homes tonight, many with medical and special needs.
Well, Wendy, a team of nurses and medical staff are working behind me right this minute here inside the USF Sun Dome throughout the night, welcoming in evacuees with special needs.
Just looking back last Saturday, we're sitting there in the locker room with a lot of the players and knowing that the storm was coming through and just not realizing that it was the unknown.
Football may have had to take a brief backseat to Hurricane Irma, but nothing ever takes a backseat to the family and community spirit that surrounds the University of South Florida on a daily basis. As Florida recovered and Tampa residents returned to their daily lives, a Friday night football game served as a welcome return to normalcy.
Florida, boy, we did it for Florida, for the city, for the state. We out here, man.
First responders, their families, and 87 high school teams were given free admittance to the game against Illinois because in times like these, we stand together and we stand strong. Who do you aspire to be? Where do you want to go? How do you get there? At the University of South Florida, we do it as a stampede.
And now he finds the open field.
Incoming 18-year-olds forging their path together, becoming men, not overnight, but over time.
Touchdown Bulls!
Under the national spotlight. A bond that resonates from teammates to the student body, to the alums, and throughout the Bay. The Bulls are not a one-time flash. We are here to stay. Because the word is out, your dreams can come true when you are Bull strong.
Here, man. I'm so excited to watch you guys, right? I wish I had popcorn. L's on 3, L's on me, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I get to coach ball. That's what it is for me. I get to coach ball with some great men, some great fathers. I'm extremely blessed to be able to report to work and have such a cast around me. Yes, Nichols has always been a leader in my mind. He's starting to develop and become more vocal in the way that we handle business in the secondary. So he's definitely a guy that I lean on in terms of getting everybody going and getting everybody on the same page.
Knocked away and complete.
It's all about allowing guys to just go play and just have fun, because defense is all about disruption. Can you disrupt the rhythm of the offense? So if you can disrupt the rhythm of the offense and make them play to you, then you have a chance to get off the field.
Catch, starts running forward, picks up a block, gets into Stony Brook territory, gets into the open field to the 30.
George, under pressure, got hit low, and he's picked off at the 25-yard line. The 30, 35, 40. To midfield.
Fullwood, that's one of the oldie but goodies. He's one of the older members in the room. He's the wisdom. He's the knowledge in the room. He is kind of who we lean on in terms of experience because he has played. I'm extremely excited to work with him as well.
Carbone lofting it in the air, has the receiver. It's intercepted though. Ball never got there.
Nice close on the ball. Nice close on the receiver. Look at that hand come in, that left hand.
Crouch, little pocket here, has some time. He's picked.
Abraham. Abraham's is the judge. We call him the judge. He's kind of the brains, extremely smart, really high IQ in terms of football IQ, and versatile. I think he's versatile. I think he has some position flexibility, but he's a guy that does everything exactly right. He's a pro, if you will, but he goes about his daily business and handle it in a way that all young men should.
There's an interesting little family dynamic going on tonight. Devin Abraham is a safety for USF. We've talked about him a little bit, a senior out of Tarpon Springs. On the other sideline is his dad, who is a coach for Illinois.
We like to think that we're different. We're different down here in the South, and we like to play different, and we have to make a difference every day.
I think that just ties into how much of a team we are, because since the team is all, local, we've all probably played against each other, played with each other at some point of our life, and I think those memories tie into bringing us together as a team. And after we get that, all we have to do is bring the other ones that maybe aren't local to bring them in with us and just be that close-knit family that we are.
Devin's family is steeped in Florida football tradition. His mother, Tanisha, tempers her game day jitters with photography, taking pictures of her son and his teammates.
Well, mostly the boys come up to me during warm-up and say, "Miss T, get a picture," or they'll tell Devin, "Oh, what is it, Devin, that they say? If you go stand by Devin, you'll get a picture." So I'll be taking a picture and then you'll see one of them just come over and just strike a pose. They're not even, I'm like, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it, I got you. A little bit of mom's photography.
These are more recent pictures of us. This is my freshman year against Houston. My little sister playing soccer, and this is my brother's first year at IMG.
His father, former NFL Pro Bowl cornerback, Donnie Abraham.
Me and my dad, we've always had a good, healthy relationship. We played each other in high school when he was at Clearwater and I was at Eastlake. Things like that we kind of don't talk about too much until the week of, and then the trash talk gets to build up, and then after the game, whoever wins, we have that leverage on one another. But it's a good time. My dad's a good dude. He's a good coach, and he's loving it up there. So it'll be a good game.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. At times it's surreal a little bit. I remember his first game playing in there. He sent me a text, and he was like, "Dad, I'm playing in the same stadium you played in." So, that was pretty unique. And we see where this thing goes. We don't know what God has in plan for him, but his future looked good either way, whether he plays or not.
Well, hey there, guys. I am with Tanisha Abraham, who, as you mentioned, had a very difficult decision facing her this evening. Husband on one sideline, son on the other, and yet here you are decked out in the green and gold. How did you come to this decision?
I'm a bull mom and supporting my big boy.
All right, it's the baby's turn. I see how it is. All jokes aside, though, how proud are you of both of your men being out here on the field?
I'm very proud, actually. They've both handled it very well. I think I probably talked more smack the last couple of weeks than they did to each other.
Regardless of where they stand on the sideline, the Abrahams can take pride in their son's electric start to his senior year, racking up 10 tackles and 2 interceptions across the first 3 games.
Hartley knocked away. Hampton intercepted. Hampton knocked it away. And in the waiting hands of Devin Abraham.
This is Devin Abraham. He's got some room as well.
Anxious to return to game action, the Bulls would have to be patient a bit longer as a lightning warning delayed their primetime nationally televised clash against Illinois, but the wait would be worth it. The two head coaches are good friends, and Charlie Strong and Lovie Smith have mutual respect for each other, fitting for the atmosphere surrounding this game. The fans and the team were amped for this one, with the Bulls looking for their first ever win over a Big Ten team. It would also be the final tune-up before opening American Athletic Conference play. And although USF was ranked in the top 25, they knew they could be sharper than they had been through their first 2 wins, and they were ready to prove it. Perhaps it was the unscheduled week off or the additional delay due to the weather, but this one got off to a slow start. No fewer than 26 total first half penalties didn't help. But once the Bulls got running and throwing, they would put up some of the most mind-boggling numbers in school history. They followed the lead of Heisman candidate and last year's AAC Offensive Player of the Year, quarterback Quentin Flowers.
And here's Flowers with a blitz. He moves out of the way, has a man wide open, throws it long downfield, caught, touchdown, USF. D'Angelo Antoine, 39 yards, Bulls lead Illinois.
Despite dominating Illinois in the first quarter, USF led just 9-2. But good things come to those who work and wait, and USF's defense has been working hard all season, and they would be rewarded for their sweat and effort.
Far sideline picked off, stepping right in front for the interception, and USF gets their first turnover of the day. Looked like Ronnie Hoggins reading that play and getting the turnover. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's got a first down.
Plenty of time, and time to pat the football. Down deep, jump ball, catch made around the 20 by Valdez-Scantling. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, we have not called his name yet. He is a key weapon for this USF offense.
Quick snap, Flowers hands it off. There's the first down and more. Carrying tacklers into the end zone. It's Darius Tice, and he's got a touchdown for the Bulls.
Tice was one of 3 Bulls to run for over 100 yards, but the stubborn Illini did not go gentle into that good night.
Epstein into the open field, and he will take it all the way in for a touchdown. Flowers, straight drop, looking, tick, 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 running to the right.
He's going to go for that end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown Flowers with no time on the clock.
Perhaps the scoreboard should have issued another warning, this time to Illinois, as Flowers and the USF offense electrified the stadium crowd, heading into the break with a preview of a second half that would send everyone looking for the USF record books. The Bulls came into the evening averaging more offensive snaps per game than all but 3 schools in the country. Coach Strong acknowledged it's difficult to put numbers up like this every week, but he certainly enjoyed these results.
Flowers straight drop. Now rolling to the left, throws on the run to the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That's 6 for the Bulls. USF has their biggest lead of the night, 29-9 with a kick coming. Throws it. It's Johnson, makes the catch at the 10, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Bulls are pouring it on now. Flowers to Johnson for another touchdown.
Nation's longest active streak of 30 points or more to 20 now with the 37-point performance tonight.
It was nice to see so many smiling faces again, USF providing a respite with an offensive torrent of their own.
Flowers gonna go for it all right here. Touchdown, Tyree McCants. 5 touchdowns accounted for by Flowers tonight, 4 in the air, 1 on the ground.
This splashy offense often overshadows a defense that has at least 2 takeaways in all 3 games this season.
Under pressure, got hit low, and he's picked off at the 25-yard line. The 30, 35, 40. To midfield, and it's room to run. Tajay Fullwood. Fullwood is still going. Being chased, and finally Turner drags him down at the 33-yard line.
When the dust settled, the Bulls had a new school record of 680 yards of offense against an FBS opponent.
They get it off just in time. And it's good from 29 out for Emilio Nadelman.
Hey, we out here 100 miles an hour. Shout out to all 305 A13 out here, you feel me? Florida boy, we did it for Florida, for the city, for the state, you feel me? We out here, man.
The win would push them to number 17 in the coaches' poll, a good launching spot for the start of conference play.
You look at our offense, it was really explosive. You look at the yards right at 700, had 3 100-yard rushers. You know, I challenged Valdez before the game, and I said, you know what, it's time for you to step up and for you to start making plays. And then, you know, he goes out and make the catches that he made. And then D-Lo was really big for us. You know, he made some really big catches there, had a touchdown. You know, that's his first career touchdown.
Coming to the edge, he avoids it. He's got some room. Wants the deep shot. Wide open. Touchdown, USF. D'Angelo Antoine, nobody near him.
We just need to put together a complete game. And offensively, we have, you know, started off slow, and we weren't moving the football, and that's the numbers you like to see. And that's going to be hard to each and every week to come out and produce numbers like that. But as long as you can get drives and drives can continue, and you can just get the first downs, then all of a sudden, you know, there's a big play. We know with Q throwing the ball over the top. And the thing he does with his running ability, you can't leave your coverage, because if you leave your coverage, his eyes are always down the field. He's always looking for a throw.
Yeah, the offense prepared a lot harder coming into this week. We knew that we needed to. You know, we haven't been performing the way we want to perform or the way that we should be performing. And, you know, we really put in the work this week to perform on game day and give it our best.
At the end of the day, you know, we just called, whatever our coach called, we just went out there and tried to execute. And that's what we did tonight. Whatever he throw in there, we just try to execute the play every time.
It felt great, you know, just to see how guys go out there, you know, and lay it on the line for each other. So it felt great seeing all those guys, because, you know, in practice, we was going over these same plays, you know, finishing out the runs and stuff. So it felt great to see all those guys go out and, you know, have an excellent game. And the O-line did a tremendous job, too. Even though we got the 100 yards, they did a tremendous job. So they was the reason why it was a lot of holes opened up for us.
PAT, field goal. Flowers ad-libbing toward the end zone. Touchdown, USF. The catch made by Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Play hard just as we did. You know, all we had to do was to make sure we had an offensive line, communicate, play as one, and fight every single play, because we knew we were going to get their best, and we had to give them our best at the same time.
It's all about continuity with your offensive line, and it's all about, you know, got to put a hat on guys. And we talked about playing physical, and we rushed for over 300 yards. That just showed that, because I say, you know, the thing about the Big Ten, they carry that aura about them, that they're a physical football team. So they're going to come in here and we'll see what type of team we have and see if we can move the ball and then knock them off the line of scrimmage and win the battle up front.
Coming into the game, you know, we said them boys were going to be physical, so we just got to go out there, you know, play our game, you know, play how we know how to do, and just go out there and execute. We just went out every day, and I told them guys we have to be consistent. You know, we didn't have many days to go out there and practice, and it came to us fast, and now we got another quick turnaround. But at the end of the day, every day I went out there and told them guys we got to make every play, every moment count, and that's what we did tonight.
Gonna go for it all right here. Touchdown, Tyree McCants.
There's a lot going on with Hurricane Irma. You know, we just had to put that behind us and play for the whole Florida. You know, the whole state of Florida. We had to play for them guys.
And then on defense, you had the 3 turnovers, and then we were able to just get some stops. Gave us some runs there in the second half there late. But we just know this, we can still improve.
Just the energy and the will to win, and the will to want to make plays for not just the defense, but for the entire team. It's just the energy and the will that we have on the defense side.
We knew if we play our best game, and that's with anybody, that we play our best game, should nobody be able to beat us. We beat ourselves, you know. We still have some little penalties, some things to clean up. But we knew as a team, if we go out there and play for each other, the rest is history.